Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Saleh and this is my final project for ITP348. This is RoomWarden, which is supposed to be a room security / monitor system. Now I'll be going ahead and demonstrating to you all how the system keeps track of or monitors like the two main things, the door status, whether the door has been opened or closed, or if there's any motion detected inside the room while the alarm is active. Now currently the LED is green, which indicates that the alarm is currently inactive, which is how it is by default when you turn on the device using the switch. And then also the LED screen will display that the alarm is off. Other ways you can tell that the alarm is off is from the Blink app. You'll see here that it says the alarm status is off. And from the initial state dashboard, you also get the same thing. Now, to activate the alarm, there are two main ways. The first one is this button right here. And the whole purpose of why I've added this button is to be able to activate the alarm in a quick and a convenient way as you're leaving the room. So what happens is, right now it won't work, and I'll explain in just a second why. But the idea is when I press this button, in 5 seconds, the alarm should automatically activate, and you'll receive feedback both in the physical world and also through the Blink app and even in the initial state dashboard. Now, the reason why it didn't work is because the button assumes that within a 5-second interval, you're going to leave the room and close the door shut, and the door needs to be closed or else the alarm will never activate. So right now I press the button and the alarm does not activate. So if I just close this door, now it's closed. And there's also two other ways you can tell that the alarm has been closed. The door has been closed. So it'll say that the door status is closed. And also on the initial state dashboard, you'll be able to see that the door is closed. Now I can press this button and within 5 seconds, the alarm should close. And you also hear a buzzer indicating that the alarm has been activated. So now the LED is red, indicating that the alarm is active. The LED even says that the alarm is active. Right now what it's doing is it's displaying random messages. So when the alarm is on, it'll switch between two different types of screens. The alarm status that it's on, and also a customizable random messages that you can add with the code. Now to deactivate the code, there's two main ways. The first main way is to use the RFID sensor using your own specific unique ID card. If I use this card, it'll deactivate the alarm and everything will go back to the way it was originally in the video. If I use the wrong card, which I also added as an additional feature, it won't work and it'll give the user feedback through the buzzer that the input was rejected. So this is the wrong card. It'll tell you through the buzzer that was the wrong card and everything stays the same. The alarm is still active. If I use the actual card, I'll go ahead and use it. So you'll hear a song that you've deactivated the alarm using the right card, and you also see, again, all the other features that I explained earlier, the LED light, the OLED screen, and even Blink and the initial state dashboard. Now, I can also show you that you can activate the alarm using Blink right here. So if I click the alarm activation on, again, it's the same thing as pressing the button, except this one's automatic. And again, also the same principle applies where the door needs to be closed if you are to activate it remotely. Now, other things I can show you also is what happens if someone breaks into my room while the alarm is active. Well, what's the point of having this device? Now, unfortunately, the truth is there is no actual physical way of preventing someone from entering the room. And what I mean by that is there's no actual locking mechanism, and that's for more of a future works. But for now, what I can show you is, so right now, if the alarm is active and someone decides to break into my room, I can simply, let's say, open the door. So you'll continue to hear this buzzer on and on and on. It will never go off. You'll see on the Blink interface that the alarm, there is an intruder, which says yes. On the initial state dashboard, you'll also see that the alarm breach status is yes. So basically indicating that, someone has breached your room. Now, again, two different ways to deactivate the alarm. And also turn off the alarm breach status at the same time. You can use the RFID card that I used earlier, or you can also just use the Blink interface app to just remotely turn off the alarm. I'm gonna go ahead and use the cool way, which is the card. Give it a second. Okay, there you go. I think I was grabbing, maybe my fingers came in the way. So now, again, the alarm is back to normal. It's back to inactive. The siren's off. Everything's off. If I try to activate the alarm again, it won't work because the door is open. If I go back to normal, if I close the door, and then try to turn on again. Again, this one's instant because it's remotely instead of the button where it needs 5 seconds. And then also you have the PIR sensor, which I haven't talked about much because the truth is the PIR sensor it's not really going to activate unless the door is open first. Although if you're able to get through the door without, actually opening the door, then I'll be very impressed. But here I'll show a demonstration. If you do cross like the path, I guess, to the door and you activate the motion sensor, it'll do the same thing as opening the door. So here you hear the continuous buzzing. You can't stop it unless you actually turn off the alarm or use the card. Now I'll use the interface for one last time. And also keep in mind that during this time, the initial state is continuously being updated. So here you have the alarm status active. There's a breach, and the door right now is currently closed because I used the motion sensor and I didn't open the door. So if I just turn off the alarm, and with that being said, that is everything I have to show you all today. Thank you all very much for watching.